Architectural class can seem overwhelming at first, but I really try to bring it down to a simple level that children can really understand.
First, I wasn't really sure about architecture and how it would be. Then I realized how fun architecture was and how complicated and awesome it is.
We are the Laurel Hill architects that are basically putting together one unified project. They're really just grasping those concepts and running with them.
We had a park and we had some apartments, we had a football stadium.
By the end of the course, I'd really like to see them create these designs into the model that they were envisioning it to be. And it's just so much fun.
I really like engineering. When I grow up, I'm going to become a mechanical engineer, so that's like the base of my job.
Children love to tinker with different objects from the day they're born.
They don't look at it as something difficult. To them, it's more playtime.
If I give them an item, the first thing they want to do is take it apart and figure out how to put it together again.
We're working on earthquake houses, how to make houses earthquake proof, and we're using Legos and boxes.
Right now we're working on the maglev train. We're making a train that runs on magnets. So it floats above the track, and to pull it you have North Pole and South Pole to move forward, and then you flip the magnet when you want it to stop.
The whole reason you engineer and you design is to solve a problem.
They're applying it to every part of what they're doing at school. So if we're doing a writing assignment, if they use that process for all of the areas that we study, it actually makes all of their work better. The robotics programs that we do, we use something called FLL, First Lego Leap. They engineered an idea, they created the robot to do it, and now they're working on developing a presentation to present when we go to competition. They love going outside.
The outdoor classroom, you can learn so many different things about nature.
Sometimes I mentor the math students outside, and they use the big grid to help them with multiplication problems.
Instead of just having some manipulatives on the board, they moved each child moved themselves around to calculate the problem. Then they took that information and went over to the big whiteboard outside, and with chalk was writing all over the sidewalk. That lesson usually takes me 4 or 5 days for them to conceptually be able to see it. They all got it within 20 minutes.
The three-dimensionality of it, I feel like it's much easier to teach it out there, finding volume, surface area. We have so many real objects that we can measure versus just seeing it on the paper.
Anything that is hands-on, the kids do so much better with. And so if I have a problem like 6 times 8, well, they can go collect 6 rocks, 6 leaves, 6 sticks.
I love learning about the animals and all the birds, and we write about them.
You have a stage area, you have a music area, you have a math area, and all these different areas, they have specific purposes.
We could do projects, we could plant seeds.
I feel like overall it's just lessened, like their stress levels have just gone down, just as a whole, I would say.
Before every lesson, we'll take 2 minutes, 5-minute break, and they'll be able to do a mindfulness activity, which really helps improve their focus throughout the lesson.
If I have a test, then it'll calm you down before the test and you won't get nervous.
They use all the skills to be more calm, to be more caring towards each other. They pay attention. It has helped them not only be able to control their own emotions, but be able to focus. When things are chaotic around them, they're able to block that all out and be conscious of themselves.
Even on myself, I practice it at home much more than I once did. And I really see it for myself a lot, which I could speak to.
This is something that is going to just be natural to them. They're not going to know any other way. They're not going to have to learn to pay attention on purpose.